Hey guys, LParker77 here and welcome back to another Silver player review. Now after my Brazil Silver squad builder, I did promise to do some individual player reviews of players such as Jobson and Elton, players like that. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of Jobson. So Jobson is a Brazil Silver striker who a lot of you will probably remember from a few years ago when he was playing in Liga de Brazil. I think he played for Atletico Mineiro and a few other teams, and then he went to prison I think, and now he is playing for Al Ittihad in the ALJ League, which is the Saudi League. So his 3-star weak foot and the 5-star skill move still, and on both Xbox and PS3 he's been going for about 70k. If you're interested in the team I use him in, this is the Brazil Silver team that I use him in. He's up front there in a 4-2-2-2 next to Wallison, and around him there's Michael Later and Elton. So we take a look at his in-game stats, and the ones I'll be reading out and ones you'll be able to see will be slightly higher than what will be on Foothead because of the Hunter chemistry style, but they're not too different. You can have a look and compare them if you want. So anyway, he's 5'9", he is right footed, has medium-low work rates with a 3-star weak foot and 5-star skill moves. In the physical attributes, he has 94 acceleration, which is much higher than his 79 sprint speed. It also has 83 agility, 85 jumping and 81 strength. In the mental attributes, he has 82 aggression and 72 attacking positioning. And then in the skill attributes, he doesn't have that many standout stats in particular, but I'll read out a few of them. 78 ball control, 78 dribbling, 76 finishing, 70 long shots, 71 penalties, 79 shot power and 69 volleys. So we move on to the gameplay now, and that'll give me a chance to talk about how he performs in games. Give me a few minutes of goals here, and I think we'll start off with some of the negatives. And one of the negatives is he's very, very expensive. Considering he plays in a pretty obscure league, the Saudi League, he is very expensive. Now I know he is that expensive because he's the 5-star skills, and he's also a Brazil Silver striker coming back, and he's pretty much a favourite of a lot of Brazil Silver users from a few years ago. He's still very expensive at about 70k. You can make probably a few full silver teams which are really, really good for 70k. So that is quite a high price. Something I also noticed is his dribbling is actually quite poor. Although he does have 5-star skills, his dribbling is still only 76, and I think it's a tiny bit higher in game, probably about 79, and it's not particularly amazing, to be honest. I didn't really notice it. It wasn't standout stat at all. In my opinion, there is a real difference between players with 5-star skills with pretty low dribbling in the 70s and players with 5-star skills with dribbling in the 80s. There's a much bigger difference. Another thing which I probably could say is a negative is that he isn't much of a target man. He obviously isn't the target man of 5'8", but still, most of my strikers this year I do tend to use are taller and win a lot of headers. And if the goalkeeper does kick it up to Jobson, he doesn't usually win it, to be honest. He does have 69 heading on the card, which isn't too bad, but as I said, his heading isn't particularly great. Obviously, if you want to score headers with him, you probably can, because heading on this game is still slightly overpowered, and any player can score headers. But in terms of a target man, winning headers against defenders and holding up the ball, he isn't really good at that. We move on to the positives now and what I enjoyed about Elton and what I liked about him. And to be honest, although there's a lot of negatives, he is such a good player. He's such a good striker this year. He is incredibly strong, and that's what I've noticed really from his 79 strength, which he usually has. And if you put the Hunter chemistry style on him like me, like I have done, his strength goes up to sort of about 81, 82 I think it was. And he does feel a lot stronger. It's quite different to a lot of other Brazil Silver strikers. Usually the Brazil Silver strikers are small, skillful, and they're not very strong at all. But Jobson is completely different to that. He's very, very strong, and that's what I like about him. In terms of his shooting, I've seen a lot of people saying he's absolutely awful this year, and to be honest, I think his shooting is absolutely incredible. Considering in game he only has 75 shot power and 66 long shots normally, slightly increased due to the Hunter chemistry style, his shooting is absolutely amazing. It really shouldn't be amazing in this game, but it is. He's got really good long shots, really powerful ones. He can hit them low into the bottom corner or just hit them straight into the top corner, and his finesse shots as well are really good. Anything just outside the box, he will always hit right on target and usually will go into the top corner. So in terms of shooting, it's a really, really amazing, and he probably had the best shooting of any of the Brazil Silver players that I used. I think it's also worth talking about his sprint speed and acceleration. On the card he has 84 pace, which actually in game is 78 sprint speed and 92 acceleration, obviously increased a bit with the Hunter chemistry style, which you would have seen in the in-game stats. That does make him incredibly fast. Pace isn't that much of a stat in this year's game. So 78 sprint speed is perfect, and 92 acceleration just means that he gets off to a faster start and is pretty much faster off the mark. So I think that's just about it for the gameplay, and we'll move on to my overall thoughts. The positives that I've just talked about: he's incredibly strong, his shooting is amazing and is much better than his stats suggest. He obviously has 5-star skills, which is a massive, massive plus for anyone that can do skills. He feels very, very fast because of his 92 acceleration as well, and he's not too slow. In terms of negatives, he's very, very expensive. As I mentioned before, 70k is quite a push for a normal silver striker. You can probably get some informed strikers with that, or get some full silver squads. He's also not worth the coins if you don't do skills. The reason why he's this expensive is that his 5-star skills. If he wasn't a Brazil silver, and if he didn't have 5-star skills, then he'd probably only be about sort of maybe 5k. 10k at the most. If you can't do skills or you don't want to learn how to use skills, please do not buy him, as he will be a massive waste of money. The reason why he is so good is mainly because people use skills with him, and that makes him a lot more effective and a much better player. And also, I think I did mention as well, he's not particularly great at heading. He'll score a few headers because of the game mechanics, but other than that, he doesn't win that many headers. In terms of final ratings, I'll probably give him a 2 out of 5 for value for money, as you can probably pick up much better strikers or strikers pretty much similar to him without the 5-star skills for a lot cheaper. And in terms of quality rating, I probably would have to give him 5 out of 5. He's incredibly fun to use, and I really enjoyed his shooting. So there we go, guys. That is it for my Jobson player review. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to give this a like and let me know what squad builder and which player reviews you want to see next. I think I'll probably try and do a squad builder over the weekend, then a player review during the week, and another squad builder during the week as well. In terms of squad builders, I'm probably going to do Liga BBVA or French League 1 Silvers next. And in terms of player reviews, I'll probably do another Brazil Silver such as Elton. So anyway,